Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Indigo Gypsy. I'm Jenna. I'm happy to do this tarot reading for Scorpio placements or anyone involved with a Scorpio. The messages may or may not resonate. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful. I appreciate your presence and energy. So today, Scorpio, I'm having some tea, some dandelion tea. It's a mix of two. One of them is dark roast dandelion and the other one is caramel nut. And it is totally delicious. It has a very coffee-like sort of flavor to it. Not drinking coffee these days. So let's see. I will just tap the bowl a few times. And if you're welcome to take a few deep breaths if you like. Thank you so much. Okay, so Scorpio, as I was shuffling from my Work Your Light Oracle deck, you had two cards emerge. One of them is boundaries. And it says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? And the other one is Hermana. Where are you being called to journey to? Okay. So we'll see what those say. Boundaries. That's number 38. That number could be important to you. It's also a number 11. So your birthday could be 11/11. You could also be a life path number 2, okay? Or November 2nd. Okay, you are being called to create clearer boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. At first, it might only be a little bit and not feel like a big deal, but before you know it, your energy field becomes porous and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, or even taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand and you are able to give freely. If you are not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you're saying yes when you really mean no, you are likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need for approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly. Your belly is the second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feelings. Tune into this space when deciding what is okay for you. How does it feel? What is it trying to communicate? So then we have an inquiry and it says, where in your life do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay. And then we have Imrama. Where are you being called to journey? Imrama. That's a 98. So that number could be of significance to you. That's a number 17, so you could be a November 17th or a November 8th or a life path number 8. Okay. The Celtic word Imrama means a journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we are going, but our soul knows the way. If you pulled this card, you are either being called on a soul journey or are already on one. It could be to a physical, ancient place or metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You are being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is a journey to the world's sacred cities or sacred sites, or called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage isn't possible, journey through the portal of your heart. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place. Or perhaps you are being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Whatever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. Okay, and then it says, may seeds of light long ago planted begin to rise. I am ready to remember ancient secrets from lands that my soul knows from times past. May I be held by the ancient lineages that my soul has served and remember that I don't have to do it all alone. Okay, so that's a beautiful affirmation there for you, Scorpio. So as far as the tarot is concerned, you did get the Page of Cups reversed and the Six of Cups, okay? So I'm getting a few different things off of here. So one, somebody could owe an apology to some children, maybe your children, or perhaps you're thinking of a time from the past where you felt like you could have apologized or someone else kind of owes you an apology from the past. And it could have been a time where you didn't have very strong boundaries and someone took advantage of them. I'm also getting, it's a message to go within for the memories that you want to create that has to do with this Imrama, this journey that you feel that your soul is being called to, okay? You know, things start within Scorpio before we experience them in our physical reality. So this could be a place that you've wanted to go since childhood, since we do have this page in the Six of Cups, big emphasis on children. There could be a child around you that's like shy or experiencing something that maybe could use your attention or your very healing energy at this time, okay? This could also be your inner child, Scorpio, that could use some attention or some of your very powerful healing energy as well, okay? So thank you, Spirit, for those messages. And thank you for overseeing this act of divination for Scorpio and their absolute highest good. Someone could have come back from your past as well, but they have not yet apologized, or maybe someone's planning to come back because they know they owe you an apology here. Because Mercury is retrograde, well, several planets are, but since Mercury is the closest one to us, that tends to bring back old memories, old projects, or even, you know, people from our past as well. Okay, so you have the Tower reversed here. This is Plutonian energy. So I feel like perhaps you guys are avoiding something that could potentially be explosive. Also that could possibly bring you down. We have the Nine of Cups behind that reversed. Some of you may have just straight up dodged a bullet with a person that might be planning to come back. Yeah, I'm getting a strong emphasis on an old person from your past that you used to be with or live with. They may be experiencing some karma for some mistreatment. You may have children with this person and they maybe have been neglectful. Perhaps they are childish in their own way because of their inner child has also been sort of starved or neglected here. But I am getting, Scorpio, that you are dodging a bullet by maybe setting a boundary with this person, because they're coming back still in this unhealed energy, in this very like sadness. So they, that could seep over into your energy. So what I'm getting here, okay. So with the Knight of Wands, you could have a fire placements, or you could have been dealing with someone with fire placements, or currently, or that's just the energy of like maybe feeling like your movements are restricted, which is where that boundary card comes in. If you feel like you can't do much right now, then you certainly aren't in a position to do much for anyone else, okay? And then I'm also seeing maybe some possible like pent up frustration as well with the Knight of Wands. And there could also be someone from your past that was kind of played with your emotions, kind of immature sort of energy. Maybe they were attractive, maybe only on a physical level and nothing else. But lots of scattered sort of energies. For those of you that are dealing with other people, you could have set a boundary and now they want to come back and breach the boundary again, Scorpio. Okay, so why it's all happening is this Nine of Wands reversed. It's because they find you to still lack boundaries here, okay? I feel like there is an awareness of what you have been through, or what even they have put you through. Excuse me. And they feel like they can come and continue to breach your energy. I just heard the word disrespect. So that could be a strong word that you've associated with a possible person that you previously dealt with. I am getting a lot of past energy. So you may be at a distance, even a short distance. Maybe they live far away from you, like down, on the other side of town, or maybe even in a different city, but relatively close. Now, I wouldn't say a different country, although that is possible. But it looks like somebody would like to come enter your energetic field and they don't have the best of intentions. They may come and say that they have healed and they do want to, try again with you, or maybe mend the friendship or the relationship, etc. Or they may, like I said, there may be children involved, or you may work with children, Scorpio. So they may come to your job or something like that. If you are working with children, or call you while you're at work, or something along those lines. But I don't get a healed energy. I do still see, and there's a few nines here, but they're both reversed. One's the Nine of Wands, and then one was the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So they could have definitely drained your energy, but they're also still in an energy of draining the energy from people. And they're not coming through very mature. And this is also you really needing very strong and healthy boundaries at this time. So someone who believes that you don't have them, doesn't have the ability to come and drain you again, okay? So with the Wheel of Fortune here in your headspace, you may be in a period of kind of thinking that things are not happening very well for you. Or you may be repeating some cycles. So now we have the Wheel of Fortune and the World reversed. So should this person be allowed in your space, or this mindset even? Some of you may just be thinking all of these things and there isn't a physical person involved in the situation as of yet. Or some of you are presently dealing with a person like this that's filled with nothing but really bad memories, okay? And you haven't quite closed out a cycle with them, okay? So there's like 3 different sort of storylines occurring here. But in your headspace is looking at the pessimistic side of life. You could be experiencing some bad luck, or just a lack of self-control, or just going through a tough cycle in your life right now. Fortunately, wheels always turn, Scorpio. So should you establish clear and healthy boundaries and have them respected by others, and start to get into this space of your own personal needs that are that are, and listen to the calling of your soul, like the journey card was indicating. This includes you manifesting a trip for yourself, or you doing more spiritual work by way of meditation, okay? Or even getting near water. I feel like for many of you, water is very therapeutic. So just hearing water, okay? So sound therapy in conjunction with water therapy. Some of you like the sound of the shower. Some of you like the sound of the ocean waves crashing. Some of you like to hear rainfall. And some of you like to hear the running water from a river, okay, or a stream. All of those things would act as therapy for you, and you can go into yourself and manifest a trip through your mind, okay, or go on a journey wherever you want to go in your mind if you're not really interested or able at this time to travel somewhere. We're always able to do everything we want. We just have to remember that everything starts in the mind first before it's physically realized, okay? So if you do want to go on a trip, you can set some time out for yourself and make sure people aren't in your life draining you, so you can actually, like the card was indicating, so you can actually give freely. This includes giving freely to yourself, Scorpio. I'm just going to take a sip of tea. Thank you. This includes giving freely to yourself. So some of you are also thinking, if you let this person come back, they're going to slow you down and wreak havoc on your luck or on your fortune, okay? You're absolutely correct. You guys do have amazing intuition, and you're on the money with that, okay? So the energy that you're in is the moon. That's wonderful. So there could be a Cancerian or a Pisces influencing the situation, or you could have either one of those two signs strongly aspected in your chart. But this is you going back within, or that's the advice here, paying attention to your dreams, paying attention to the way that you feel, paying attention to your intuition, and really just going within to see what it is you need, Scorpio, at this time, okay? You could also sense some of these things. If they have not happened yet with this person trying to resurface in your energetic field, you could be sensing that. You could be dreaming about them, or even thinking about them because they're about to call or text you. And you could be thinking, wow, I remember that they kind of drained me and they never apologized to me. For some of you, I would say a select few of you, this could be a situation with a parent-child dynamic energy or a caretaker where you felt your movements were restricted when you were a teenager and your emotional needs were not of concern, like they were just dismissed. And these are things you're remembering. Like you remember wanting to break free with that 9 of Wands energy. And you remember, just wanting to be a teenager, or a young person, kind of be free to move around, and, you felt confident in making good decisions. And even if you didn't, that would be a learning experience. But for a few of you, your movements were highly restricted and you were treated like a child, even when you were a much older child, like teenage years, or even in your early 20s, you were still being treated like a child. And these are things that are coming up. Be mindful of how long they stay in your memory, because they could be starting to cause negativity or things in your present situation that remind you of times where you felt like breaking free, okay? So with this moon energy, I do find this to be very powerful for you at this time. Please use this lunar energy. Check when the next full moon is. I don't know. I don't have my moon chart with me right now to see when the next full moon is, but that will be very telling of what is happening with you at a subconscious level as well, okay? You could also do a ritual to release anything that isn't serving you at this time, so you can get that freedom, Scorpio, to be able to think, breathe, move, and feel how you want to feel, and travel where you want to travel here, okay? And don't say things like, I can't afford that. I won't never be able to go there. Like, those things are really creating some blockages for you right now as well, okay? They're initiating or inspiring a state of fear, okay? And that is like maybe the fear of flying, or the fear of spending money, or the fear of going to a foreign country because maybe you feel like they won't like you because of what you look like, etc. or because of your gender, you name it. Okay. So just be mindful of the thoughts that you're having and how those thoughts make you feel. Okay. You're a water sign, so your feelings matter so much. Okay. So the energy around you is the Seven of Cups reversed. So I am sensing an energy of confusion. Okay. So there could be someone in your life, or this person, this past person, that is very confusing. Okay. They've been deceptive. That's why the moon is here as well. You sense deception, Scorpio. Your intuition is on point. So please go with what it is your gut is telling you. But they may be throwing all of these different things at you in order to avoid a much needed apology. Okay. Or they may be avoiding the fact that when they're around, it seems like things stop for you, or it seems like your luck or your fortune seems to slow down. Okay. Or you seem to be encapsulated or caged in, or there's a lack of resources, or maybe you're even defensive around this person, or they're accusing you of that. So I feel like there's a state of confusion in your energy right now. Okay. You may be afraid of this person or what they'll do or say, or just being afraid of being brought down. Okay. Or that they'll come and try and restrict you. This is something that you could be getting accused of as well. Someone could be saying, I don't want to talk to you, Scorpio, because you confuse me. I feel restricted when I'm around you. I don't feel like I can move. Okay. Someone may be saying that to you, or this is a way you feel about someone else. Okay. Or these are memories that you're having because they want to be released from your body so that you can move around freely, so you can set healthier boundaries and you can travel how you want to travel. Okay. Or journey how you want to journey. So you have more cups. So lots of emotions happening here. And there's this energy of your emotions boiling with the Tower reversed at the bottom. And you do have wands with cups. So that can that's fire and water. So that's creating steam here. Okay. So while steam can be therapeutic, like saunas and things like that, like they're really good for your pores. So that might even be a message to go in your restroom and turn on the shower as hot as you can get it and just absorb the steam. Or if you can get to a sauna or a hot springs, do that. That might be what this entire reading is all about, is trying to push you to somewhere that you really want to go, which could be a hot springs. You're getting your therapy, you're getting your water therapy, and you're also, hot springs are very geographically specific. So you may not live anywhere where there are hot springs, so you'd have to travel there. So you're going to make new friends, new friends that like water. Okay. So you guys have things in common, not somebody that wants to drain your energy and be, abusive with your very generous nature, or come in and out of your life here, and disrespect your boundaries and put you in this cycle of negativity. Okay. Like, I feel like the universe and also the deepest part of your soul is trying to get this behind you. It's trying to dissolve this with Pluto retrograde as well with the Tower, or destroy this. Okay. Neptune would dissolve it. Neptune is also retrograde. Saturn is retrograde. So that's this is a good way to begin like routines and structures that go along with your boundary setting, and little things you could do every day to ensure that you do get to go on these journeys. Okay. But yeah, so hot springs for some of you, water therapy, sound therapy, making new friends that are more suited to you energetically, that are more respectful to you as a person, and that would respect your boundaries here, Scorpio. Okay. So you do have this Four of Cups reversed. I find that you will establish boundaries and you will refuse to take what you're being offered. Okay. Or that is, what you're doing. Okay. That's the final straw, is you understanding like, you know what? Yeah, I am important. My needs are important. I don't have to accept whatever people give me. Because I'm so generous with my heart and with my love that I neglect my own self. So these people are neglecting my emotional needs as well. I feel like I've had about enough of that, is what you could be telling yourself here, Scorpio. Like, I want to understand what I need on a very deep level. Maybe I do want to go to a hot springs. Maybe I do want to go to another country. Maybe I do want to drive down the street in peace without someone calling me 20 times to try to bother me, not to uplift me, but to try to bother me. Okay. And I'm tired of perpetuating these cycles where I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over, and I'm not actually taking any sort of leap by any means, especially a quantum leap. Okay. So I do see you refusing a cup that's being offered to you. I see you setting a healthy boundary, Scorpio, and I see someone missing an opportunity with you. Okay. I feel like this person had ample time to get themselves together for you. And maybe they're bored with this Knight of Wands energy, and they want to come back and extract your emotions. And you're saying no. You're saying, or you may just not even, answer them back. You may block them. But I see you even being bored with this. You're bored with the fact you're bored with these cycles. You're over them. Okay, you want new experiences in your life. Maybe you want to see the full moon on top of a mountain somewhere. You name it. Your imagination is limitless. So too can be your experiences here. So your advice here is the Hierophant. So you got your counterpart, Taurus, showing up in your reading. There could be a Taurus involved in your situation, or you could have Taurus placements. But the advice or solutions here are stay true to yourself. Stay devoted to yourself. You could even seek the counsel of a guru or a priest, whatever you resonate with, okay? There is a level of forgiveness here that would benefit you and maybe dissolve this. Like, even if they don't apologize to you, you can apologize to yourself for letting this person breach your boundaries, okay? Or letting anyone breach your boundaries, or limiting yourself here, Scorpio, okay? Or being in a perpetual state of negativity, whether that's brought on by your own thoughts or someone else's lack of respect for your boundaries. So it wants you to stay true to yourself. It wants you to practice forgiveness with yourself and with others if you're ready. It's just gonna eliminate blockages within you, okay? Should you feel like letting this go, all right? So it's a very high level of commitment to yourself, and this includes the strong establishment of healthy boundaries for yourself, okay? And you're being called upon to trust in yourself, trust in the universe, that you are embarking on a brand new spiritual journey, one that is uplifting, enlightening. It is rooted in love, in respect, in health, and it also will aid you in your journeys here, okay? So I hope these messages were helpful, my beautiful Scorpios. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I hope you will comment if you found any value here in today's reading. Okay. So we have Aura of Love, Scorpio. I love this for you. I feel like this is this is self-love from you to yourself, but this is also creating space for new love to enter your life if you're open to that. Just by setting healthy boundaries here. And for those of you that are, that's what I really think this is. I'm not sure this has much to do with someone in an existing relationship. It could be. It definitely could be. If this describes an existing relationship, this is definitely talking about more love for yourself, or you setting these healthy boundaries and telling this person no. You may start to see changes, okay, in an existing relationship. So the union of dark and light, of earth and sky, balancer of anima and animus, the merger of two souls, acknowledge the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, both yin and yang, to create a perfect balance. Okay, Scorpio, then you also got joy. I love this for you. So the wheel will turn soon, okay? Everything will be beautiful once again as soon as you're ready. Kuan Yin, I usually associate Kuan Yin with Virgo. So Mercury is retrograde in Virgo. There could be a Virgo involved in a situation, but really it has to do with the service that you provide. And in your case, maybe the service that you could receive, Scorpio. But also routines. Routines are extremely beneficial at this time. Just kind of doing something every single day, even if it's small, even if it's making your bed every single day. or journaling something positive every single day at the same time, or remembering to drink your water every single day. Just these habitual practices that are beneficial towards you, okay? So love and compassion, a time of healing. You are being showered with love and light. Accept this gift. A newfound joy for life will replace your sadness. I love that for you, Scorpio, so much. Thank you all so much for your presence and energy. I wish you guys so much love, so much light, infinite abundance. And until next time, my beautiful Scorpios, take care.